Hello everybody, I'm the Chatterbox Gamer and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts. This is a normal run and today we'll be fighting two of the secret bosses, though one of them we don't beat. So the first boss that we'll be fighting is Ice Titan. Now for Ice Titan, you really can't hit him much, so you're going to rely on guarding most of his attacks. Now ability wise, you don't really need much. If anything, I'd suggest having at least dodge roll. Guard is also pretty useful because you need to block the attacks, but you could also parry them back. Speaking of which, I would recommend you not casting Eriga on yourself, because that will make the projectiles that he throws at you, well, they become gigantic and you won't be able to block them. Other than that, I don't really think there's much I could really give any advice on. I mean, I guess there are a few attacks that you should be aware of, but I'll explain them when they pop by. And a lot of them are pretty easy to dodge, it's just how he attacks you might be a little difficult. If you are trying to level up, I do suggest having tech boost on you, as that will increase the... Hopefully I picked the right one. It would be kind of awkward if I went to Sephiroth. It's the right one, never mind. Okay, at the start of the fight, he's going to throw icicles at you. These are what you're going to want to block. Personally, I like to hang out in the stadium. When he does that, that's going to summon an icicle shard to come up from below. You can't block that, so the best thing to do is just dodge. Get a good chunk like that. You're not going to be able to block all of them, so be prepared for a hit or two. There are going to be times where a bunch of icicles are thrown at you. If you time it just right, you could block and hit the other icicles back. But it's probably best just to stay out of the way. If there's any problem with this fight, I say it does last a little long, mainly because you do have to hit him with his own, projectiles, and they kind of do ship damage, I would think. If you hit him enough times, however, he will fall to the ground, like so. This gives you a chance to beat him up. We're not doing that much damage either. Maybe I should have equipped a different Keyblade. Oh well. Once he gets up, a barrage of icicles will be shooting out. Now, it's doable to deal with now, but it gets worse later on in the fight. That ice breath will freeze you solid, so keep away from it, but since it has a low range, it shouldn't be too difficult to dodge. As for the snowballs that hit us, you could either guard it or you could dodge roll it. I highly suggest you dodge roll, as there's typically 3 snowballs that attack you. 1, 2, 3. So it's probably better to dodge roll. I think I had more success dodging than actually guarding it. So 1, 2, 3. Later on, I think it just goes down to 1, but you still don't want to get hit by that. Now, when he gets up again, a bunch of icicles are going to be shooting out, but this time, the giant snowballs will be falling on us, so you got to be careful. My advice is to keep moving. Of course, if you can tank it, make all the hits you can, but if you can't, just keep moving. I think the challenge with this is deciding when to block and when to move. But at this level, we could kind of just tank everything, so it shouldn't be too difficult to deal with. If you're a lower level and you're having trouble, though, I do suggest just being more on the safe side. And as a side note, every time he goes down, he gets up a little quicker, so just be prepared to move out of the way as quickly as possible. I think after the third time he goes to his knees and comes up, he's going to introduce a new attack. It's going to be very similar to the Ice Breath, but I think you can simply just glide over it if you jump high enough. I'm not too entirely sure how you dodge it because it's been a while, and I think I got hit with it every single time, so yeah. In theory, I probably suggest going all the way to the left or right corner and not stay in the middle, but I'm not entirely sure that's the way you dodge it. Because we're all the way in the stand, but we still got hit. Maybe we'll be... Oh. Alright, yeah, we just need to be in the left or right stand. I think at this point, the giant snowball will be popping up periodically. So, do be careful with that. And he's not going to stay down that long for the fourth one, so hit him as much as you can and then back off immediately. We're almost done with this guy. He's not going to last too long. And of course, you know, item-wise, you want something that restores your MP if it gets too low. Maybe a couple elixirs if you have them. Just so you can also heal yourself, but I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. Also, I don't know if I mentioned it, but if you walk on the ice, you will slip. I think I might have mentioned it. Just be careful with the ice. It's not really worth going down there. He's going to get up in like 1 second. But on the bright side, he's about to die, so it's not going to be an issue for us. Just a few more blocks of ice and he's gone. In the original Kingdom Hearts game, you didn't get Diamond Dust. Diamond Dust was for the final mix version only. So, beating him was just for the journal. And this will be the Sephiroth fight. Sephiroth is probably the hardest boss to beat in this game, but to be honest, I'm not expecting to beat him now. I'm just gonna try. We're around level 80, I think, so we shouldn't have an issue. However, going higher doesn't hurt either. So, in this fight, your best friends are going to be the dodge ability and the guard ability, mixed in with the counterattack, but the counterattack kind of leaves you a little vulnerable, so it's not really needed, but it's appreciated. Now, every other attack you do on him, he will use that fire attack, and he will teleport around. You're just going to have to know when to move. Right now, dodge away. If he didn't do that swipe, he was going to do that fire attack. Sliding dash, I guess, is also a good ability to have to draw the draw you in close, but it could also screw you over as well. If you ever get caught in the fire like that, use Arzacanium to get yourself out. But he will do this from time to time, which is bullshit. Luckily, we're not here to fight him today. We're here for the Hades time trial. Now, just a reminder, the Hades Cup has 49 fights that you have to get through. The time trial, you have to do it under 20 minutes. The thing is, unlike when the fight with everyone option or fight alone, you don't have any checkpoints. so you are going to have to beat it all in one go. However, at this point, a lot of the Heartless shouldn't be an issue. You should be able to defeat them relatively easily as such. I think the biggest problem would probably be the mini-bosses and the bosses that you come across, because you have Yuffie with a lot of health that doesn't stay still. You have the bosses. Well, speaking of the bosses, once you beat the bosses, the timer doesn't stop, so it kind of takes away a couple seconds, which could mess with you a bit. But it shouldn't be too, bad. And then, you have the Black Fungus, which, if they turn into their steel form, that's going to waste a lot of time as well. I could only think of those as being, like, the main issues that you'll have to deal with. Other than that, we should be pretty good. I think the biggest challenge for the time trial, will be item management and magic management, because we do have to fight a lot of Heartless, and I'm already down less than half my original MP. I can use an item right now, but we're at the start of the rounds. Later, we both know it's going to get harder, so do I use it now or should I use it later? Again, MP Rage is a good ability to have, so if you do get hit, it does build it back up. And constantly attacking does bring back your MP, so that's also good. The only reason why I'm attacking her fast is because, one, we're on a timer, and two, because the first boss that we're going to fight is a Behemoth, which is basically just a walking target, so our MP is going to be brought back pretty quickly. And of course, Goofy's MP gift does come in handy. I don't know if he gave me it or if the cutscene just, denied it. It probably denied it. Thunder. Yeah. Wow, and it took his magic too. How unfortunate. I'll use one for now. I mean, we have enough to last us the entire round, so we should be good. Just so that we could get past these guys quicker. Thunder. That's the power of the Keyblade. I don't know, I'd say 10, or well, technically 9 matches in under a minute. I'd say that's pretty impressive. So if every match is like that, we'll be done in 3 minutes, but unfortunately the bosses have a different story in mind. So, just a refresher, you want to hit the horn. When this guy lowers his head, you want to back off, but we are under a little bit of time pressure here, so I'm going to throw caution to the wind and just keep attacking. I hate it when he does that. I think that's also something that you should focus on while during the time trial, is that typically I like to be a little more defensive if I'm unsure if I could get away from an attack. Here, I want to be as offensive as possible. I want to focus mainly on attacking my enemy and getting out of it within a small time frame. That means I'm gonna have to sacrifice my own safety every now and then, but I think we can manage with that choice. I also realized that the Keyblade that I've chosen, the Diamond Dust Keyblade, our new one, while it's great with magic, it's not great with strength. And I'm kind of regretting that choice because I think with a stronger Keyblade, hitting the Heartless would take less, fighting the bosses would be less of a challenge because we'd be doing more damage, I'd imagine. So, if you were to choose a Keyblade, choose it to your style. But, to be honest, I figured a good, well-rounded Keyblade would probably be best for everybody. And that's just poor timing. See, the clock's still going even though we won. Kind of bothersome. I think the ultimate weapon will be a good choice because it does, like, that's a very balanced Keyblade for Sora. Like, it's not the most magically gifted or the strongest, but it has a good amount of magic and it's pretty strong. So, if you were to choose one, I say the ultimate weapon, which you could get through the synthesis shop in Traverse Town. It does take a bit of items to find, but I'm pretty sure, like, it's not impossible. And just a reminder, I do have a video showcasing the items, where you can get them, where they drop. It kind of goes into like a part 1 before Hollow Bastion and then part 2 after Hollow Bastion. So there is a change in enemy spawn, so like just giving everybody that heads up. The reason why I included like a before Hollow Bastion section and after Hollow Bastion section is, one, I know that there's some Heartless that only appear afterwards, but at the same time, I also wanted it to be easier for people to get the items rather than deal with the new, stronger Heartless. So I figured, you know, a before section would be useful. And I'm so glad that this Keyblade doesn't get absorbed by, you know, like, I'm glad that the green Requiems, they don't get healed when you attack, you son of a bitch. This is what I'm talking about. You know, I don't know there's a workaround for their armored version, but we could make do with, like, a couple of these, but I prefer not to. It wastes time. It wastes a lot of time. And if you think about the bosses, like, it puts that little bit of intimidating dread in ya. I made a mistake. I am so sorry. But that mistake was quickly corrected, so no harm, no foul. Typically with this guy, I try to take out the green Requiems, but I find that if I target the big Heartless, I somehow manage to hit other Heartless as well, so it kind of works out in the end. Like, I wasn't really aiming at any of the smaller Heartless, and yet they're all gone. Again, probably thanks because Donald and Goofy are doing a great job, but I had experiences where I focused on the small enemies, and too much time, it feels like too much time just passes on. For this one, I just straight up attack the wizard. And then I start going after, like, whatever's closest, because, you know, the wizard's going to teleport. And then I go for the wizard. Or Donald goes for the wizard. Thank you, Donald. I think he said that, like, twice in a row. I honestly don't know how they do their little, like... I remember reading as a kid that there's ways that you could, like, change the victory dance for Sora. But I don't know if that's legit or if it's just, like, you know, random bullshit. I remember that you either had to guard a bunch of times for one, dodge roll a bunch of times for another, and I think the other one's just randomly. I don't recall, but it was something like that. I think my least favorite Heartless to deal with during a time trial would... Well, Black Fungus for sure, but also the Wizard. The Wizard's not that tough of a Heartless, but how it teleports around and how it can use that one Thunder move, it kind of just wastes time. So, that would be my second least favorite Heartless to deal with. Favorite Heartless would have to be either the White Mushroom or the Rare Truffle. One hit, you win the match. And for Cerberus, I am just going to throw caution to the wind because we wasted a bit of time because of that one Heartless, so... yeah, we're just going to attack him as fast as we can. I think if you just keep jumping, you could avoid that one ground attack. So it shouldn't be too much of an issue. The jaws, however, I'm not too sure if Erica protects you from them, but some defense is better than no defense. Okay, that answered my question. It doesn't.
Nothing to it.
Flying enemies shouldn't be too hard if you hit them fast enough. I find it that some Heartless have like a little animation that they do before they start moving. That gives you at least a few seconds to attack before they do anything. Like these guys right here, they're gonna like move their arms slightly.
Here.
Use that to your advantage. Don't let them get the advantage on you.
Thunder.
Oops.
Here. Thunder.
Now, I believe the mini-boss for this round is the opposite armor. Now, typically I say aim at the big Heartless, but for the opposite armor, I do like taking care of the Darkball Heartless first, mainly because they are hard to hit, and if they're running away and teleporting, it's just going to take you longer to kill them all. So I highly suggest you take them out first. Now, with the Darkball Heartless, they do have a little animation that they play before they start moving. Act fast and take them out as soon as you get control. That way you only have to deal with the opposite armor. It should be this match. Alright, yeah. I think they're in a position where you can cast Thunder on the main guy and get them all. Oh! Yeah, we're good. Now all you have to do is just beat up the opposite armor. I'm not really liking this. Too much time has passed. At least to me, it feels like too much time has passed. I hate it when the Heartless just don't take damage, or that for a few moments they're invulnerable. It's like, come on, I'm on a timer here. Hopefully Cloud and Leon will be a little easier than that. Like, they're not in a big arena, so I don't think that the time will keep going once we, beat them. I think it'll end immediately, which will be good for us. It's also good that Thunder is, like, it's a good thing that these guys aren't resistant to Thunder. I mean, it'd be a lot difficult if all of the enemies we were fighting either absorbed Thunder or was resistant to it. Otherwise, we probably have to have a different tactic. And this guy's a little challenging, so I'll just kick his ass. You. No. Now, for Leon and Cloud, level 1 kind of writes me off to go for Leon first, but really go for anybody. Of course, if you're fast enough, you can beat Cloud before he gets his desperation attack on ya. However, I failed to do that, so I'm just gonna aim at Leon. We have enough items, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. This is a fast way of dealing with them. Of course, if Donald and Goofy keep pushing them away, then I won't be able to hit them now, would I? I think that's the reason why I stockpiled a bunch of items on me, just so I could do this. Because I don't think I've really got hurt since the start of this fight. Alright. I'd say we made good enough time on that fight. Sorry, I got distracted by past me's decision, so I suggest you go after Leon first. Mainly because Cloud has his Desperation move, which it's kind of problematic if you have to deal with both Cloud and Leon, so that's why I suggest you go after him first. I figured past me thought that Ars Arcanum could just wipe out Cloud immediately, and that was the battle plan, but it didn't go too well, but it could have been worse. I think I'm gonna need another elixir soon. Again, it's a good thing we've, stockpiled a bunch of them. Also, do note that the Angel Stars absorb Thunder, so don't try using Thunder on them. No matter how tempting it is. As a kid, I really didn't like this next match. Well, any of the matches with the question marks, because it made me a bit anxious about it, and it kind of messed me up. And I also think that these matches were the ones that I kind of died a lot on. Specifically the Darkball Heartless, and I think it was the Invisible and Angel Star Heartless as well. I think it's round 2, or technically now it will be round 3, but these two matches are my least favorite in the entire Olympus Coliseum, because Kid Me got my ass kicked by them. I'd say we're making great time. I mean, granted, we have did it say 14? Or did it say 16? It said 16. Okay, well, we have 10 minutes to beat technically 14 now. And if you do have Ars Arcanum, it could bypass the Thunder spell from the Wizards. Another thing that could bypass it is using Eriga, but that takes a little bit of time to get them, so Ars Arcanum will probably work better in your favor. I use Thunder, but I'm trying to build up the match. I still have items. I guess I'm just saving them for, Hades, maybe? It's either I'm saving it for Hades or I'm saving it for the Rock Titan so I can beat that guy faster. It could be both. But, these guys aren't too hard, so we can manage. After this round, I think it's going to be the boss, right? Yeah, it's going to be the boss. These guys, I don't like how they do that one sword trick. As you can tell, it's because it wastes time. So, yeah, of course I'm going to hate it. We really don't have that much time to waste either. I thought we were doing good. I mean, we still have, well, right now I guess this will be 10 rounds, because I just beat that one. So we have 10 rounds to do in 9 minutes. Unfortunately, the boss, yeah, remember how I said I think my Keyblade might have been a bad choice? Well, either A, he's taking a page from Sephiroth, or B, I ain't doing jack. Probably a page from Sephiroth, but still. This is also why I kind of broke off from the Olympus Coliseum and went to the end of the world so With Super Glide, I could get away faster and get closer. You know, faster.
That's it. That's it.
Really, if you just keep attacking, though, I'd say we probably beat this in, like, I'd give it 2 more minutes. Maybe 2 more minutes.
Hey, you having fun yet? That all you got?
Not entirely sure if... Look, if we're down to 6 minutes, we should be fine. A lot of the enemies aren't that hard, but now that I remember that there are a couple mini-bosses in the last 10, might be a little challenging, but they're not difficult. So, I think we could pull it off. It's kind of weird how in the Hercules Cup, the time trial, once you get to Hercules, you can press reset and it starts you back at the Hercules fight with the timer frozen. But it doesn't do that with any other, you know, like fight. Then again, that option will probably be broken as hell. I mean, now that I think about it, maybe because the Hercules Cup, when you get to Hercules, you have very little time to do it. At least at the level you should be for the Cup. So maybe they did it on purpose. As a way of, like, you know, making it easier for everybody. Thank you, Donald. And you're about to die. Well, not die, but, you know, be beaten. I don't think you can die. I mean, you are the god of the underworld. Like, you control the deaf, don't you? Well, you govern the deaf. Not entirely sure about the mythos on top of my head. Somebody will probably correct me. It was faster than 2 minutes. I thought we were going to be here like at 6:58 or something, or 6:56. Granted, that's like, what, 4 seconds? 4 seconds off? I'll take those 4 seconds.
Thunder.
I think we could beat Rock Titan within the time we're given. Say, like, it takes us, like, 5 minutes to beat the rest of the rounds. I could see us beating Rock Titan pretty easily. So, well, actually 5 minutes will give us a minute, but yeah, I could see us beating Rock Titan that, like, maybe a minute. I'd see us beating the Rock Titan, like, maybe in a minute. If we spam, like, Arzicanum, we should be fine. Typically, I beat the hell out of these guys, but we don't have time to do it.
That's the power of the Keyblade.
I probably should have just casted Thunder. You want to wait for them to be fully formed and then use Thunder. Otherwise, it's not going to do jack. And it will waste your magic. I don't like this match. I don't like this match. Specifically, I don't like how these guys could easily say no to damage when they turn visible. However, no, even if you get them all the way down, they still, like, need to turn visible for it to... Oh, shit. Then why is this, like, why is this guy not dying? There we go. I thought they were going to turn visible. I guess I was wrong, huh? Never experienced that before. But then again, I don't think I tried rushing through them like that before. Well, you learn something new every day, I guess. How many times have I leveled up during this round? Or this match? This cup? How many times have I used it to level up in general? I mean, I think I've said it before, but using the Hades Cup is a good way to level up. At least until you get the option to pick your boss fights. See, when you get the option to pick your boss fights, I think you should either choose Hades or the Rock Titan, as they give a lot of XP when you defeat them. So that's a good way to grind, like, you know, experience points. I mean, you could also go against, like, the Ice Titan and just keep blocking until you level up. But that's, like, I'd say that'd be a little longer. Because it gives you tech points, not experience points. So the tech boost is the only thing that's going to help you. But the experience, like, accessories that you get, I don't think they're going to help you. And these guys don't use lightning. Or, they absorb lightning. I'd use stop, but that might waste more of our time. This part right here killed me a lot as a kid. It made me rage a lot, like, too many invisible heartless, like, way too many. It was complete bullshit. Yeah, the Angel Stars are probably gonna get that, but we're kind of running low on time here. Like, we have like 3 minutes. Again, I think we could beat the Rock Titan in a minute, but I want to have more time on my side, you know? I just saw it. It's like 3, 2, 1. I'm easily amused. Sorry. And I think we're just going to spam Ars Arcanum on him. At least until we get to the head. I think the head, like, is weaker than the foot. I have nothing to prove that. It's just, like, a feeling I have. I mean, it would make sense. You hurt your foot, big whoop. You hurt your head, kind of a big deal. Alright, yeah. I still think we'll be able to do it. Like, we're making excellent time, and I messed up. I don't think it's too problematic. I say we have, like, well, 2 more health gauges to go through. That would be like, this is one, the green one would be second one, and then that's, like, it. I thought I was... Wait, I don't have any more items. No wonder I'm not spamming Ars Arcanum. Huh. Oh well. Like, we are so close. I don't think it's been a minute, though. Or, no. Reverse that. I think it's been over a minute, so... Okay, we didn't beat it within a minute, but close to, so... not too bad. And with that, we get to save the king, which is Goofy's ultimate weapon. It's kind of sad that he didn't get the victory dance for it. Would have been more fitting. Well, Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Take care, and please like and subscribe.